I thank the gentleman. The gentleman from Utah is recognized.
I thank the Chairman, and to all of you, appreciate what you do and how you do it. The IG community is so important to us. And Mr. Horowitz, I've had the good opportunity to visit with you on several occasions, and your presence and expertise and your team gives me great comfort that we're getting to the bottom of a lot of these things, and I wish you Godspeed in everything you're doing. I want to talk for a moment about the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF. We've had numerous issues with the ATF as a nation in the past. There is a case, it's known as Operation Fearless. This was conducted in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it was rife with all sorts of problems. We had a theft of an assault rifle, 2 handguns from the primary undercover agent's government vehicle, the burglary of the undercover storefront, recruitment by ATF agents of an alleged brain-damaged man to coordinate gun deals. The ATF there was paying teenagers to put a rather large-sized tattoo of a squid smoking a joint on their body to try to give some credibility to this storefront that it was involved in nefarious activities. There are a whole host of problems that I have with that in the direction that they were going. I guess what is even more troubling is that the committee became aware of some of these problems, was addressed in a letter from Chairman Issa and some other members, Senator Grassley, Chairman Issa, Chairman Goodlatte from the Judiciary Committee. They did months later provide a response, but then in the briefing, the ATF informed the Congress that this was an isolated incident. Then on December 7th, 2013, some exceptional reporting by the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel highlighted that they were doing similar types of operations in Portland, Oregon, Wichita, Kansas, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Atlanta, Georgia, Pensacola, Florida. Are you aware of this case, and are you actively involved and engaged in reviewing it?
I am aware of the case. I was aware initially of Operation Fearless that you indicated, and then the subsequent reporting about the broader concerns on storefront operations. We have initiated, in our follow-up review of the Fast and Furious report, a look at how the controls that supposedly have been put in place, how effective they were as to Fast and Furious issues, and also how effective they've been for storefront operations like this. When the additional information was developed about further storefront operations beyond Milwaukee, what we've indicated to the committee, to the chair and ranking member, and to our other oversight committees is we are looking at those issues, because there are so many, as you've indicated, to try and understand where we should be focusing our attention in our review. We have obviously limited resources, and we want to have the greatest impact, but we are aware and we are looking at the issue.
For each of those cities as well?
For the other operations, trying to get our arms around what's out there. We've asked for briefings. We've received briefings from ATF so that we can be better informed before actually launching the review. But we will be informing the committee and our other oversight committees of the steps we're going to take in light of this.
Thank you, and I look forward to getting those briefings and understanding. To my colleagues here on the dais, I think one of the concerns here, it's an ongoing trend. In Operation Fast and Furious, we were told numerous times that there were no guns that were running. There were no guns that were released. They provided that in writing. They provided that verbally, and then here we have the ATF again telling us this is an isolated case. This hadn't happened. The consequence of this, how we get to the bottom of it, I don't know exactly how to do that. I don't know if somebody has suggestions, but is this a trend that you see? Is this do you have any suggestions on how we deal with that?
Certainly the oversight that is being done both in the House and the Senate is important. Our work and our putting forward the reports that we put forward and digging and looking for the evidence of that hopefully will be helpful to the Congress's oversight.
Now, your office made a number of recommendations in the wake of Fast and Furious. Where is ATF in the implementation of those recommendations?
We launched our review in late October, early November, right after the shutdown. of the one-year review and look back to do that. We're in the process of doing that. I'm hoping in the next several months we'll have a report for the committee and the public about our assessment of those controls.
Thank you. I yield back at 0 seconds. I want it noted for the record.